Alright, so this is my garden. It's not that big. At least for a garden it isn't. But for me, it's the biggest my garden has ever been. At least this year. So this is eggplant. These are flowers. Oh god, the marigolds like died. The marigolds like died, actually. Hold up. So, here's some tomatoes. These are like beefsteak tomatoes, so they're gonna get juicy. Yeah. And honestly, these aren't the most pest resistant, to be honest. Just look at how pathetic they look. Like, honestly, they look stupidly pathetic. And yeah, they just don't look as good compared to those. But yeah, these are probably going to be the first tomatoes to ripen. So do I want pest resistance or early ripeness? That's an interesting thought. Zucchini. I need something to support these. But yeah, and here we got one zucchini. And some zucchini, but not. Honestly, these two plants are not doing as good as these two. At least fruit-wise. I mean, they're both doing the same health-wise. But fruit-wise, they're quite different, in fact. These are some Roma tomatoes. Yeah, there's not much else to say. They're just Roma tomato plants. Oh yeah, this is basil. I put it on my pizza all the time. I make it. And okra. This is probably one of the most interesting things I'm doing this year. And okra. It's cool. Honestly. Yeah. That's all I gotta say because there's not much going on with these okra plants yet. Alright, so welcome to the cucumber jungle. This is the best cucumber. These are like the best cucumbers I've grown out of any year. Like, actually. All it takes is knowing some knowledge and varieties galore, and you'll be having cucumbers all day. Like, I've got some here, got one growing here, and they're just all over the place. Like, I've got some in here. I've got some right here. Like, they're everywhere. Cucumbers literally everywhere. Have I not emphasized that enough? It's insane. This is watermelon, believe it or not. And it's probably one of the most interesting plants. And also, believe it or not, these two are related. I'm seeing a very big difference in leaves here. But they're still related. And if you look in the flowers, you can see how, like, they're both yellow. And I'm not sure that's the one main similarity between them. Ooh, bok choy seeds. I'll be taking these. Oh yeah, these are the pea plants. The sugar snap peas. I've kind of stopped harvesting from them as much. I don't need them as much anymore, or want them as much anymore. And also, they're starting to like die back and like produce slower. Like, if it was still the winter season, I would be getting like snap peas galore. But yeah. Oh yeah, there's a cucumber down here too. Watermelon plants are starting to have baby watermelons on them. That's like the size of my finger. Alright. Hold up, I'm just pulling this through because it's messy. Alright, more tomatoes. So, I have no clue what this variety of tomato is, nor this variety. Nor this variety. Or actually, I might be able to tell. Just give me the flower. Alright, here. Probably some sort of beefsteak, to be honest. I have no clue. All I care about is that it's doing amazing. Like, look at that beautiful foliage. Watermelon. Alright, so this is probably my favorite out of all the tomato plants. It is so much of my favorite that I'm going to get it from a different angle. This is a cherry tomato plant. All of this, with like the string and everything, that looks like Frankenstein's monster, that's a cherry tomato plant. Look at the fruit set on this one. Oh my god. It is just utterly insane. Utterly innate and insane. Like, oh my god. It's just so much fruit. I mean, for cherry tomatoes, it's not that impressive of a fruit set. But for all the other tomatoes I'm growing, that's insane. Alright. So here is some sort of beefsteak Creole. I don't even know what type of tomato this is. All I know is it's a tomato, and it's gonna taste good. Roma tomatoes. And these are my mom's favorites. Roma tomatoes. In fact, this is how I got into growing tomatoes again. Is by growing Roma tomatoes. Got another Roma tomato. And that's pretty much it for this section of the garden. Yes, this garden is split up into sections. Now, section 2, like, don't mind me, I just, like, sprayed some air, or, like, put ant, or my dad did put ant poison everywhere, but, you know. I don't know how it's gonna do, and I hope it does good, because I'm sick of these ants. Like, they've been ruining my crop for too long. So this is a pumpkin. Those are watermelons. Those little sprouts right there. Cherry tomatoes. Gifted tomatoes. More tomatoes. More tomatoes. Just tons of them. Ooh, am I starting to see the inside of the flower there in the sunflower? Alright, so this is my sunflower patch. They come up to my chest. Like, right here. So yeah. This is the giant sunflower, or the mammoth sunflower, as it's called. I can see why. Those leaves are huge. Let's not even get me started with this one. Oh my god. It's like all the way up to my head. This thing is like 5.1 feet tall, I'd guess. And the thing is, it gets crazier. These two are mammoths back here. And they haven't even gotten to full size yet. Yeah, but I'm already seeing... Sorry for blocking the camera and my terrible filming skills. I'm already seeing the inside of the sunflowers here. So, these are gonna bloom soon. Sorry, I just needed to get something off. So yeah, can't wait to see them. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this part of the garden.